Pawn, drunk, boxer, a.k.a. Mr. Moo, who shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, El Sazón, El Borracho, El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know Keith and Tom Thurman are going to be fighting Mario Barrios February 5th, pay-per-view. Undercard are going to be Leo Santa Cruz, Josecito Lopez. And look, the welterweight division is one of the prestige division historically in the sport of boxing. If Keith and Tom Thurman comes back and knocks out Mario Barrios in a spectacular fashion, more of a spectacular fashion and quicker than Gervonta Tank Davis, he will insert himself right back in the welterweight division. And trust, because the way that he know how to self-promote himself, oh yeah, he will get a fight with Bud Crawford or Earl Spence before Bud Crawford and Earl Spence fight each other. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to tell you again. Keith won Tom Thurman with a knockout, with a great performance versus Mario Barrios, would insert himself back in the welterweight division as one of the top dogs and will get a fight with Bud Crawford or Earl Spence quicker. He's going to fight them before Bud and Earl Spence fight one another. Now, there's going to be people out there that's going to be like, man, I don't want to see that, man. I'm going to tell you like this. In boxing, I know how it is. You are as good as your last fight. That's what they say. That's what they say. Look, I know there's a lot of people out there talking about that. They ain't going to pay for the pay-per-view. Again, I told y'all, it's two type of consumers. Those who pay for a good fight and the other ones who pay just to see their favorite fighter, entertain them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, look, Keith Thurman only lost to Manny Pacquiao. Y'all already know he lost to Manny Pacquiao almost 2 years ago, or over 2 years ago. Manny Pacquiao, 8th Division World Champion, 5 lineal, 12-time champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the great husband, the great father, the best karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman would insert himself back in contentions, and it's still a big fight. Earl Spence versus Ugas is a big fight. It's a big fight. I understand. Again, a lot of people want to see Bud Crawford, Earl Spence. I've said a long time that fight is not going to happen. But in the midst of things, people need to chill just a bit, because the more that they be like, oh, Bud and Spence and Bud, you got to respect Ugas' move. You got to respect that Ugas fought the WBA. He didn't settle for the mandatory. He didn't settle for the Stanionis. He said, I want the opportunity to unify the titles, to be the first Cuban to unify the titles. I want that opportunity. I don't give a damn. And he's still going to be the underdog. That's a man that is chasing greatness. And we have to congratulate. We have to support that Ugas is fighting. He's in the pursuit of being great. So I think people need to chill, calm down with the Earl Spence and Bud Crawford. The fight ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's still a unification bout. You understand? I understand a lot of people have been calling for it, but let's give credit. Let's support Ugas as well. Want the fight, but support Ugas as well, because that's what we want from fighters. We want them to think legacy, because legacy reigns supreme. Now, when Keith wins Tom Thurman, if he beats Mario Barrios, we don't know where Keith is at. We don't know if his lingering injuries. We don't know if he's in it for the bag. We don't know if he's in it to continue his legacy the way that he had the potential to be a Hall of Famer. Is he a Hall of Famer? Is he a first ballot? No. Is he a second ballot? But he has the opportunity. He's still in his prime. Yes, a lot of wear and tear, but Keith won Tom Thurman could be the front man in the welterweight division, even if he don't got the title, but the front man, because he know how to self-promote. He will talk his way into a Bud fight. He will talk his way into an Earl Spence fight. He is Keith with Tom Thurman. And maybe I must have forgot, but when Keith with Tom Thurman, promote himself, everybody got their ears and eyes, man, open to listen to Keith from Tom Thurman. He don't need a million Instagram followers, Twitter followers. He has boxing followers. And Keith Thurman has one of the most successful numbers of this era. You know what I'm saying? Ghost Guerrero did 3-4 million NBC. He opened up for PBC, NBC. Great numbers versus Sean Porter, Showtime. Great numbers versus Danny Swift Garcia, CBS, Primetime. 5 million. It peaked at 5 million. Porter peaked at 4 million. Then he did great numbers versus Manny Pacquiao. Also did great number versus Josecito Lopez. The only event that actually topped those numbers was Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez when they cracked the 4.2. Thurman before that was Thurman versus Josecito Lopez, cracked at almost 3 million and almost 3 million views. So Keith One-Time Thurman is a hot commodity in the sport of boxing. You may not think about it right now. And I'm not saying that the pay-per-view is going to do good. I don't think any pay-per-view is doing good. But the anticipation of Keith One-Time Thurman is just as good as anything in the sport of boxing. At the end of the day, he only lost one time. Again, like I said, versus Manny Pacquiao. And when the Keith One-Time Thurman insert himself right back and become one of the top threes, the three-headed monsters in the welterweight division is going to be more interesting because we still want to see the likes of Earl Spence and Keith Thurman. We still want to see the likes style makes fights of Bud and Thurman, in which Bud feels like Thurman was a harder fighter than Earl Spence. Bomac think that Keith Thurman is a harder fight than Earl Spence stylistically. And I could see it. I've been trying to tell y'all. I hope that Keith One-Time Thurman insert himself right back into the welterweight division because it just make it more interesting. And let's not forget the phenom in the welterweight division. The phenoms, the young, hungry lions, the Conor Benn that may be fighting an Adrian Broner. The likes of Boots Ennis. The Boots Ennis, which I called a long time ago, and people was getting mad at me. I called him the next Roy Jones Jr. Said that 2 years ago, and people were, what? Virgil Ortiz, one of the best left hooks, and he mirrors Earl Spence. Ladies and gentlemen, the welterweight division is my favorite division. I can't wait to see what Keith One-Time Thurman is going to do February 5th. When he insert himself back, you're going to see him fight Bud or Spence after the Mario Barrios fight if he succeeds. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get my updated videos. I love y'all. God bless. And on to the next. Merry Krima, everybody. Happy Hanukkah y toda esa vaina. Por number one, El Señor, God. God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. We're brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the Most High. Y'all already know one race, the human race. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.